playing the video game Witcher 3. If you're like me, your average video game lover who likes a good, simple, organized challenge, fighting around minions, then battle a boss every here and there, with just one cool weapon at hand, despite having plenty in your arsenal, save the princess, or the artifact, or the city, and just call it a day. You probably stayed away from RPG genre because of its complexities in terms of gameplay and never-ending management of countless items in your inventory, where every challenge demands a unique tool or a strategic approach. For a guy with a zombie brain like myself, things can get overwhelming real fast, since you really can't smash or sneak your way out of a situation.
You need the teeth of the Tooth Fairy to open this door.
Okay, well, I don't have that. I'm just gonna... Phew.
You should have picked it back in the game when you battled Tooth Fairy.
Or maybe I can just sneak or find a way around.
You must go back and pick the item.
What? Hey, whoa. Dude, that was in like second level. I've come too far ahead.
You must go back and pick the item.
Hate collecting items. But there's something about Witcher 3 that captivates you. After hearing so much about how awesome this game is, I couldn't help but feel that I was missing on something good here. Now, in that moment, like most people, you go online and check the game review videos, which for Witcher 3 were mostly like 10 out of 10 or Game of the Year. And a hype me would go like, okay, take my money. Then you'd end up setting your eyes on a gameplay video where a guy playing would be turning around in a ridiculous fast pace, turning and swinging the camera view at light speed like his butt's on fire. And make it impossible to get any kind of positive observation out of it. Not to mention the dizzy after effect you experience, like you just survived a helicopter crash landing. Needless to say, I was pretty skeptical about the purchase. Eventually, I bought the game. Took me some time to get used to the controllers, the inventory and unique item system, the alchemy and the potion making aspects, the combat. Use the crossbow. I'm not gonna use a bow, I've got a sword. Use the crossbow. I don't like the bow. Use the crossbow. Okay, fine. Whoa. And I was good to go. Geralt, the playable character, is basically a cool dude who uses magical potions and botany to slay monsters for local people. And in return, the locals pay him in gold. Pretty much a hitman for monsters. Cool, right? So, soon enough, after a good amount of practicing and training my zombie brain the ways of the Witcher, I'm ready. I was amazed by the quality and quantity of the game as I explored further. The fantasy world of Witcher was gigantic, diverse and alive. Combine that with the natural designs, thought-provoking stories of civilians and otherworldly creatures, beautiful soundtracks and well-written dialogues, not to mention the killer accents. As the story progresses, you really start to feel like you actually live in this world. Hey mom, I live here now. And in this world, it's not really about you, for you are merely playing your part in the world where everyone has their own challenges and obstacles to overcome. The game, with its beauty and immersive pull, turns you from a simple swordsman looking for the next challenge into a traveler, pursuing your ventures of exploring the mysteries of Witcher world, admiring the calm sea, observing the city life as you sit still on a horseback, deep diving into the forests filled with shady plantations and even shadier creatures on a windy night. Which, by the way, turned out to be a bad idea. So I stuck with road for the rest of story. Then there's the RPG element. Hey, can we not talk about this? We kinda have to. It's the whole point of the video. The RPG, which basically means the choices you make will affect the direction of the stories and the fates of people around you. Ha, yeah right. It's not like you're gonna give me a different ending to the story if I make a wrong choice somewhere. Boy oh boy was I wrong. You come across a baron, like a chief of a village, who hires Geralt to find his wife, who disappeared in the forest, and daughter who's also left him in search of her mother. Now you find the wife in forest cursed by your typical scary looking witch, and the daughter who has also arrived blames the baron for the curse, who's also there because family drama. Now if you have empathized with the person to be rescued throughout the tale, you'd know enough details about them to be able to somehow break the curse and save the day. Knowing me, I was probably yawning throughout the important conversations and waiting for some sword actions where I swing and slash my way out of a monster problem. Hey, boss battle coming, any minute now. What do you mean? The curse kills the wife, everything went south, and the Baron, consumed by grief, hangs himself. Yeah. Oops. Again, I went online searching for answers to what just happened, found out there are multiple endings to every single scenario you come across, and now I had me and my narcissistic swordsman heroism to blame. Should have paid attention, damn it. Witcher 3's main plot revolves around Ciri, a young girl with supernatural godlike powers, who Geralt loves like a daughter, being hunted down by this totally terrifying, very Darth Vader or Voldemort type guy, a dark elf called Wild Hunt, and his crew, who are super pissed about some stuff. Now I'm sure YouTube got your back if you're interested in the whole story. By now, I know things can go bad in an instant, so I make choices where I basically assume the role of a overprotective father for Ciri, trying to keep my kids safe and hidden from the worldly challenges and obstacles. My precious. Oh yeah. Bad move. In the end, Ciri dies while trying to save the world from an apocalypse, which only she can stop. And she does. The whole overprotective father route turns out to be a wrong choice.
Hey, pal, watch this. Here it comes.
Choices you make in the game as father figure to Ciri is directly linked to her fate and end, which in my case was an overprotective one, where I failed to let her fight the small battles on her own and stole from her the courage to fight the big one when the time came. This ending broke my heart, and it came as a wake-up call. I remember thinking, what if this had been a real-life situation and something terrible had happened just because I didn't put enough thought into a simple life choice? I felt terrible. I felt bad for the characters of the game that, in my opinion, were wronged by me. I felt unsatisfied and in need of a proper closure that the Witcher 3 game deserved in my opinion. I had to fix this. So, I bought all the Witcher novels, which the game is based on. I started reading from the very first one, and by the time I was finished with the first two, I felt a very deep connection with the main characters of the story. I now truly understood their perspective and how they perceived life and people in them. And then I gave Witcher 3 another go, this time playing with a bit more, not seriousness, but empathy. I don't know if reading books before I went back to playing Witcher 3 was necessary, but it felt important to me. This time, I focused more on the characters, their feelings, and my relationship with them. And to my peace and satisfaction, I finished with one of the good endings, where Ciri survives, becomes a Witcher herself, fighting alongside Geralt, slaying monsters like a true hero. Hehe. Witcher 3 truly is a game worthy of every praise it gets from its fanbase, and no matter how silly it sounds, this game has not only changed how I play video game, but it changed the way I perceive life and the people in it. Thanks Witcher, and thanks to you for watching. Later.